When I came up with the story for Him and Her, I was out walking my dog and trying to think of what I wanted my next film to be about. And I was asking my dog what she thought and picturing what it would be like to have her answer in like a voiceover. Kind of sparked this idea of what if I did a movie where the whole thing was in voiceover. And that's sort of where Him and Her started. When you make a short film, an indie short film, you don't have a lot of resources, you don't have a lot of time, you don't have a lot of budget. So being able to shoot the whole thing with voiceover saved a lot of time. With this format, didn't matter what they were saying. So it really saved a lot of time. We were nimble, we had a lot of locations to get to, so we were able to film everything we needed to film and span a relationship that maybe lasted a year or close to a year and get that done in a weekend. So it was a unique challenge, and I always try to challenge myself with every new film I make, and that's where it all started. I found Courtney on Facebook. It was a suggested friend, and I checked out her demo reel and other videos that she had online, and I just knew instantly that she not only had the right look for this character who was sort of a free spirit, but had a sweetness and a vulnerability to her. But the difficult part about shooting a film where there's no dialogue is that you have to be able to cover a wide range of emotions with just a look. And she was able to do that, and so I asked her, I just sent her a message on Facebook and asked if she'd be interested, and I sent her the script, and she was. I got very lucky. And then I was still looking for the right person to play him, and she suggested Chris. The two of them were currently dating, and so that helped a lot with their chemistry, because when you film them goofing off and having fun together, they really were having fun together. So I got very lucky with the cast because I didn't really spend a lot of time looking at other people. There were about 20 scenes in Him and Her, which roughly translates to about 20 locations. We were able to film a couple of scenes in the same location where we just kind of flip things around or shoot in a different room, so we can save some time that way, but we really did have to kind of run through a lot of these sets, and that's lighting and staging and placing the actors and figuring out how we can record sound in a live environment where there's a lot of extras. We shot a couple scenes at my apartment and in various different rec rooms and even my own bedroom. Hey, Mike Rita here. We're about to film scene, I want to say 7. It's the bedroom scene. We're in a bedroom, we're in my bedroom, this is where I sleep, this is where the magic happens. We shot at a friend's house, we shot, I think one of my favorite locations was an accident. We shot at Not Just Coffee in 7th Street Market in Charlotte. We were supposed to shoot at a different coffee shop, and when we got there, they were closed, and I called management and I left them messages and no one answered, and they were closed. We had full permission, they knew we were coming, and they weren't open, so I had to make some frantic phone calls to friends, and someone put me in touch with the owner of Not Just Coffee, and they were gracious enough to let us shoot there, and it turned out to be one of my favorite locations in the film. So very thankful that they were willing to let us come in on a busy Sunday afternoon, and I'm shocked that no one looked at the camera, because we got a whole camera crew and actors sitting down and performing the same scene 5-6 times, and not a single extra looked into the camera, which is unbelievable. I've worked with pretty much the same crew on all of my short films. I went to school with most of them, almost all of them, and they are just the hardest working, most talented crew in all of Charlotte. And I know that's a bold claim, but I stand by it. It's really hard to get a crew as interested in your film as you are, but they always do it. They always show up early and stay late and never complain, and it's just so much fun to be on set with these guys. I love all of them, except Derek. What do you say about a guy like Derek?
What are your thoughts on Derek?
My thoughts on Derek. Where do I start with Derek? He's lazy. He's not particularly good at his job.
I can't. This isn't on. I can't see.
Why? Why is it not?
Why are you looking?
He's got a huge chip on his shoulder. He thinks he's like the coolest guy ever. I wear cool shoes and I've got skinny jeans on. He's got little cuffs on the ankles. He's got like an extra strap right here that you can kind of like pull. Like, what am I supposed to think about that? But on the whole, he's doing a good job. I like him a lot.
But aside from Derek, it's a great team. Everything from assistant director to assistant camera to grip, sound mixing. Everybody is just at the top of their game, and I'm so lucky that they were willing to help out on this project. These are run and gun shoots. I mean, we spend a lot of time planning, but we need to film 18 to 20 scenes in 2 days, which is not a lot of time. So to be able to do all that and to have a crew that's as nimble as this crew, I'm very lucky that these guys are willing to work so hard on my films.